guys, we're here today to talk about how much our lives suck now that we're not competitive dancers.
So if you didn't know, we were competitive dancers.
For a long time. We don't talk about it though because we suck.
And these are our trophies we showed on Courtney's channel.
Actually, technically they're my trophies, but...
Okay, but we're just gonna pretend because I have trophies at my house too, I just didn't bring them.
Look, bitch, I got first place.
We might trick you into thinking we were talented because we have trophies. This, sympathy trophy.
I'm shocked we didn't get like a participation trophy.
Basically, we were at dinner a few nights ago and we were talking about, I forgot how it got brought up, but we started talking about dance and then it went on for like an hour. We were like, why haven't we made a video about this yet? So here we are 2 days later making a video about this yet.
Making a video about this yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna regret
that.
Oh, you're gonna regret that. So we're gonna start off with the classic, the iconic, the time I gave Courtney a concussion. So we did a hip hop dance and I know it was put your drums in the air. We had drumsticks and then it was, this is why we aren't in dance anymore. Courtney and I were partners for one part and I had to lean over and flip her over my back.
I basically had to do like a backflip
We should
over
show
her. No. I basically had to do like a backflip over top of her.
So like I hooked her arms and was like, I don't know how exactly it happened. One time, may have overflipped her, may have not been holding on tight.
No,
I don't know what
you just dropped me. I was on your back and I didn't even flip yet and you just...
She hit her head.
I hit my head so hard. The dance floors are like wood.
Because you have to tap on them and stuff.
But they're not like wood.
There's like, it's like wood or something and then there's like a thin thing of like, not rubber, but kind of rubber. Yeah, I gave Courtney a concussion.
Yeah, okay, I fell so hard on my head. I blacked out for like a solid 2 seconds and then I had to sit out the rest of the class because I just could see stars.
She was a little bit mad at me.
Yeah. And then there's another time when we were actually competing, but I had to like leap over somebody's head.
Did you kick him?
I landed on her head. This girl's probably like 5'1" at the tallest. And I had to leap over her head. And I landed crotch straight on her face during a competition. So we get like graded on that kind of stuff. That's where these came from. But we get graded and I just vagina'd her face. But then I had to rewatch it back on the videos and I was like, oh.
So one time we were like did competition and performance. So like, especially around Christmas, you perform at like weird things, this thing called Glendale Glitters. There's a stage, you perform at that, you perform at retirement homes, you perform at malls, you just perform places. No one
everywhere
actually cares.
That will allow you to come
perform.
There.
So I did not know at the time that I had pneumonia, but I was really sick and you can't, like when you, it's like jail. Once you commit, like you can't uncommit. Like they're like, nope, you have to go.
It's like a job where you have to put in like 4 months ahead of time that you want it off for them to approve it.
Cause then they have to, it like kind of makes sense because they have to change the dances so like you're not in them anymore.
But they'll threaten to literally kick you out if something happens.
There was, I couldn't miss it and it was Glendale Glitters, you perform outside barefoot. So I like
on concrete
did the things and I just thought at the time I was sick. I didn't like realize how sick I was. And I remember after the show, I had no voice and the teachers were literally telling me, stop talking like that, you're annoying. And I'm like, I'm not purposely doing this. And they're like, yes, you are, stop. So then like the next day we had 2 performances the next day. One of them was at a retirement home and I think the other one was at this mall. They made me go to the retirement home where all the sick people are. I have a fever, I'm dying, and I perform and I just remember like I couldn't even do the bow. I was like crying so hard and my mom was like, we're leaving, and they're like, no you're not, and we're like, yeah we are.
And the retirement home was slippery because it was tile and you're not supposed to tap dance on tile because it's slippery. And I'm pretty sure at least
during a
yeah, I was gonna say, I know you fell because you were like, you did a kick and you just fell back. I remember I had to do this thing where I had to hold my leg up and spin in a circle on one foot. Oh my god. It's so hard to do because you're in tap shoes which are slippery and then you have to spin and you just are like accepting your fate.
Except yeah.
It seems so painful to kick and just fall on your butt. That seems so painful thinking about it.
And then you like have to get up and keep dancing because you can't sit there. But then I went to the doctor like right after and they're like, you have pneumonia. And I was like, that's why my voice was on because my lungs were so filled with liquid that I couldn't talk. Like a week later, they're like, all right, you have to go and come back now, let's go. And I'm like, they literally made me perform in an old people home with pneumonia. I'm pretty sure that can kill anyone, but like especially elders. This isn't like a horror story, but we did a dance to a song called
Hairspray?
We did that Hairspray song. It's like, and I'm
Link.
I just hit myself. Courtney and I, these poor teachers, like they were really mean to us and they just wanted us to fail, but they had a lot of work cut out for them. And Courtney and I wanted, literally for a part where it goes, and I'm You were the one who got the part.
I made up my part. It was I'm Link.
Yeah,
And then
so
everybody would like
we like
fangirl over me.
we're not like actually fighting, but like
We were
arguing.
yeah.
Like,
we
like
both
I
wanted to be Link.
And
It's
so-
like Zac Efron.
This poor teacher is just like, whoever doesn't get to be Link, you can be Corny Collins, you can have a mic. I'm like,
Yeah.
sold.
So Brittany was basically like the narrator of the whole show, so she had like a microphone, but I got to be Zac Efron. So who's the real winner?
No offense, so that was like our only dance that did well.
That was a fun dance.
It was like, that's the only dance that I could like remember, and I remember that it would like get, like the judges like commentate on all the videos, and that's the only one where judges were like genuinely happy watching us.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's because it wasn't really a dance, it was more of a performance and like
was, like,
entertaining.
musical theater.
And here we are talking to a camera trying to entertain people, so like,
We're just musical theater geniuses.
one time they thought that we were good enough to have chairs in our dances.
And it was a sexy dance, and none of us are sexy. It was like you had chairs and you had to like spread your legs and like whip your head, and we were all like, ugh.
How do you move your body? I don't know.
Oh, it was bad. I don't know why they do that. They're like, haha.
Literally, you have to compete, you have to practice, like, I love when I know what word I'm trying to say. You have to try out to be on competition, and the tryouts are kind of pointless because you're already in your groups. Like, we were the yellow
Like, there
group.
was
and
no
there's-
way we were ever gonna change groups.
And like our group stayed the same, but every year they made you try out for like experience. And I was in Mexico or something and missed the tryouts. So they made me do the tryouts by myself, even though I was gonna be in the same group with the same people that all made it into the same, like, they made me learn the hardest group that was there. They were orange. They taught me all of the orange tryout dances. I literally think they did it to just like laugh at me because they made me like practice for a few hours. 3 teachers came in and watched me do them all. I'm like, you guys literally are just doing this to make fun of me. Like, you don't actually care if I'm trying out. You just want to laugh at me for trying
They're
so
like,
hard.
Everybody come in and judge. They're like, loser.
Learn how to dance.
Loser. They didn't like us because of how shitty we were, but we didn't know how shitty we were.
Yeah, like we didn't realize until, I was gonna say recently, like I had a suspicion, but like I had an, is it an epitome?
Epiphany.
Epiphany? I had an epiphany. I was just like,
They hate us.
that's why they didn't follow me back on Instagram. Oh, we used to have to like, one thing, you were testing. We had to get tested in this thing, like,
yeah.
and it became so serious, and we had like holiday, those were the fun days of dance. We had like, for every holiday, there was like a fun week. Is that what it was called, fun
Yeah.
week? And it was just like competitions. They probably hated their
Yeah,
life.
we would just play games and like do
Jump
random-
over paper towels.
Oh my god, we would leap over paper towels. I would always win that.
I wouldn't. My leap was like an L.
We used to do these things every once in a while in our lyrical class where you would, that was testing.
Testing, yeah.
Yeah, and so basically she would choose an exercise that we'd have to do and we'd see how long we could hold it for, and whoever at the end had the most, like they just won. It was basically a way of her like ranking our skills. And she would
No,
read
literally.
off like who got
Who
last
got the high-
place
yeah.
and oh my god, they're so mean. Like we just sucked in general. Like there are so many stories we could probably tell that we just like have blocked out of our brains because it's too traumatizing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember when I had okay, so we took tumbling classes too because apparently dance studios are also gymnastic places.
Yeah, they were not certified to teach us how to
I am the biggest you'll ever meet in your entire life, and so like they were all like, I could do a back bend, but I like couldn't. What is it? It's not a back
back
bend.
walkover?
No, what's the handstand one into the? You like handstand and
like
you.
a front walkover?
It's the whole front.
Oh, it's not okay.
Okay, whatever. You do a handstand and then you go into a back bend and then you get up. I was terrified to like go from a handstand to a back bend, and like they probably were trying to teach me this for months, and I was just so scared. And this was like right after I had pneumonia. My teacher, she's like, all right, she's holding me up, so I think she's there to like help me. Moves her arm, bam, onto the ground, and I was like,
I did that so many times. It's not even funny.
I was like, you can't just do that. You can't just drop someone like that, and my lungs are filled with liquid right now. You're gonna kill me. I think at the time I was like, I almost coughed up blood. I didn't almost cough
And
up
she's
blood.
probably like, whatever.
Didn't almost cough
Should
up
have
blood.
landed then. Like that's the shit they would do. They would tell us they would spot us, and then they wouldn't, and they'd be like, well, you should have landed it. Like it's that easy.
Well, hope you feel sorry for us. I already mentioned this, but we told more stories on Court's channel, and I'll have a different video up on Sunday because this is going up Wednesday, so see ya then.
Bye.